My name is Quinn. I was born in 1922. I joined the Army in Prince George. I went to Kamloops from there, and then I ended up in Vancouver Hotel, the old Vancouver Hotel. That's where we took a little training there, and then we moved to Chilliwack and lived in tents and took basic training in Chilliwack. And then they shipped us to Red Deer, Alberta. And in the middle of the winter, they called us out one morning, said, full pack. We went to the train, and would you believe we spent 7 days on the train, ended up in New York. And then, of course, we got to New York. The American police was watching us so close we couldn't run away at all. So they put us on a big barge and took us out in the ocean about half a mile or so on. Put us on the Queen Elizabeth. And would you believe there was 18,000 troops on that Queen Elizabeth, plus the crew. And while we were on the boat, we were on there for 14 days. We had, they chased us back a couple of days. And of course, you don't know where you are in the ocean. It all looks the same to me. And finally, we ended up in Scotland. And from there, we went to a little town in England there. And we took some basic training there, and then they sent us out to Salisbury Plains. You know where that is? We done some artillery work out there, practicing. And we came back, and of course, the war started then, so we went overseas. And spent, that was a pretty wild morning. We got landed over there. There was guys laying all over the place. Pretty rough. It makes you wonder what you're doing there. Yes, sir. And my oldest brother, the other guy there, he lost a lung in the army.
In the war?
A lung, yeah, in the war. Yeah, they picked him up on the battlefield, and they thought he was dead, and somebody seen him move. And he was just laying right that he didn't bleed to death. I just went to Belgium and Holland and Germany. Yeah. We were in Oldenburg, Germany when the war was over. So I joined, I got leave and I went to England and I joined the American Army to go fight the Japs. And they sent us back home, and I was halfway across the ocean when the Japs surrendered. So that was the end of my war talk. Of course, it was as a kid. I wasn't 18 when I joined up. It still bothers me. Lots of times, yeah. Lots of times when in the army at night. It's hard to believe, but that's a long time ago. I know it spoiled a good part of my life. The army did. But somebody had to do it.
Yep.
I think it would do a lot of these young people to spend a couple of years in the army and get some discipline, some of them.